We welcome you to this broadcast of girls varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports. We're here at the Botkins Athletic Complex, the Coliseum, where the Anna Rockets will take on the Botkins Trojans. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, the Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Winners Meats, and NKTelco. And you're looking live here at the Botkins Athletic Complex. My name's Brandon Coburn. Alongside me, Jeremy Plyman, where the Anna Rockets will take on the Botkins Trojans, rounding out the first round of Shelby County action. And Jeremy, let's first take a look at what looks like on paper to be a really good matchup of two teams about in the middle of the pack of the Shelby County Athletic League. First, taking a look at the Anna Rockets. They sit at 6-4 under first-year head coach Randy Huber, sit at 2-3 in the Shelby County Athletic League and can even that record to 3-3 with a win here tonight over Botkins.
Yeah, they've just come off two. They haven't played in a week. Their last game was against Covington before Christmas break. They had a 36-32 win over a nice Covington team, and right before that, they beat Miami East 23-22. They're led by Brianna Cobb, averaging about 12.5 a game. So, they're junior-led, Brianna Cobb.
And again, they sit at 6-4, averaging 37.7 points a game. On the flip side, you take a look, the hometown Botkins Trojans, they bolted out to a 6-1 record. Have hit a little bit of a rough patch here and have lost their last 4 games, but they faced some very good competition in Fort Laramie, Russia, Mississinawa Valley, and last game Versailles just 2 days ago. So they're in a little bit of a rough stretch. They lost Chanel Plattfoot as well, so dealing with some injuries here, looking to get back on track with a win over their arch rival, the Anna Rockets.
And that's probably the biggest thing for Coach Tyler Carson's team on his first year is, they started off, they jumped out there. They were 6-2 or 6-1 to start at the beginning of the year. Then they got into a stretch, like you said, Mississinawa Valley, New Bremen, Russia. They were tied at halftime 20-20 with them. And then Janelle Plattfoot broke her hand. And she doesn't fill it up on the stat sheet all the time, but what the young lady does and what she brings defensively, the intangibles, she's their most efficient offensive player. And then they lost her. And since then, now they're trying to redefine their identity a little bit.
Well, looks like it'll be a good one here as we see the teams lining up for the national anthem. 6-4 Anna against 6-5 Botkins. We'll have it for you here on NKTelco Sports.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Welcome back here on NKTelco Sports as we get to the starting lineups brought to you by Emerson Climate Technologies as they introduce the officials here as well, selected by the Shelby County Athletic League here tonight.
Umpires Brandon McNeil and Stacy Baroff. Welcome to Botkins High School.
And each coach talking to their team as we get started, as we take a look first at the Emerson Climate Technology starting lineups. First for the Anna Rockets. Number 11, Taylor Puppelman, two-time letter winner.
Number 15, Brett Cobb.
Number 15, Beretta Cobb, two-time letter winner.
Number 21, Zandria Plattfoot.
Number 21, Zandria Plattfoot. Number 35, 5'7" junior, Jenna Walters. And rounding out the lineup, 5'7" senior, Jada Huber. In his first season, the coach is Randy Huber, assisted by Mike Ambos, Tony Metzler, and Erica Cheek, as the lights dim down here at Botkins. And we're going to go a little 1990s Chicago Bulls as the students flood out on the floor here at the Coliseum as we get ready to meet the Emerson Climate Technology starters for the Botkins Trojans and first-year head coach Tyler Carson here on NKTelco Sports.
Okay, Trojan fans, welcome to game number 12. Be loud, be proud, and get up, get up. Get on your feet and make some noise for head coach Tyler Carson and his Botkins Trojans. Starting at one guard, she's an even 5-foot senior, number 3.
And first one, number 3, senior Lydia Dietz. 5'4" junior, number 2, Camden Paul, leading his team in scoring
and steals.
And steals, yes. Number 5, Mulaney Maurer, nipping on Camden Paul's heels at 8.4 a contest.
Averaging 10.25 in her last 5 games.
Number 12, Delana Pitts, again, who coming off the injury to Janelle Plattfoot, is going to take that starting role. And rounding out the lineup, here brought to you by Emerson Climate Technology, it's his number 11, senior, 5'7" senior, Kennedy Dosek, the head coach of the Botkins Trojan is Tyler Carson. And as we thank Emerson Climate Technology for the starting lineups, let's take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza, Newport, Ohio. First, taking a look at the Anna Rockets.
Coach Randy Huber wants to contain Camden Paul. She's the linchpin to their offense. She gets out, she gets in space and gets them going. They want to be good on their closeouts because the Lady Trojans are going to take a lot of threes and get the long rebound.
And taking a look now for the Botkins Trojans and their keys.
Coach Carson wants to set up the rebound well to set up the transition offense, pressure defensively to create turnovers and play with tempo, and value the basketball.
And we start here, Mulaney Maurer with the basketball, going to go in the corner. Over to Dosek, back over to Maurer. Trying to get it on the inside, Maurer kicking it around, loses the basketball, gets it ripped away, and there's a turnover to start. Taylor Puppelman takes it away.
Trojans wearing that 5-out offense, that spread offense they like to go to.
And again, too, with that lack of size that they have, they're going to have to go to it a little more often. Now losing Janelle Plattfoot, and Jenna Walters misses the shot on the inside. Lydia Dietz back over to Camden Paul. Paul back over to Dietz. Dietz trying to drive on the inside, kicks it to the corner. Pitts kicks it to the corner, goes over to Dosek, drives the baseline and starts the scoring. Kennedy Dosek puts the Trojans up 2-0 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Botkins going to come out with a little pressure. Anna trying to decipher it. Camden Paul providing a little bit of pressure. Loses the basketball. Botkins scrapping on the floor. Jump ball arrow favors the Rockets.
That'll be a neat matchup tonight, watching Camden Paul guard Brianna Cobb.
And two really scrappy players as well for their respective squads.
Camden's not only quick, but extremely strong, especially for a young lady at 5 foot tall. A lot of that comes from her soccer background, but it looks like the Lady Trojans are going to start off in a 2-3 zone right now.
And they get a steal. Paul to the basket. Beautiful spin move. Gets it to fall. Camden Paul gets the ball to fall, and it's a 4-0 Botkins advantage here, 90 seconds in this contest.
Flashback of her running mate from the last couple years, Carmen Euchre right there with the spin move.
And beautiful and well done. I remember her as a freshman, too, watching her in a tournament game against Rushini, and she's going to be a special one as the three from the corner, no good there by Anna. Three kicked out and is good there by Taylor Puppelman. And it's a 4-3 ball game as Anna gets on the board. Lainey Maurer going to lock it up. Maurer going to get two screens, kicks it to the corner to Paul. Paul looking to get it on the inside, back over to Maurer. Maurer back over to Paul. Paul looking, gives it up over to Dosak, back over to Pitts. In the corner, Paul, she's going to pull the trigger on the three. It's no good. First empty possession for the Trojans. And 5.5 to go here in the first quarter. 4-3 Botkins on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard.
Trojans now in the man-to-man.
Again, they mix up that defense often. It's something Coach Carson's really done. Something he did last week against Rushi. Played a bit of zone, played a bit of man, pressured a little bit. Something that another Shelby County coach by the name and watching this game right now, Carla Siegel does often as well. Maybe not as much zone, but mixes up the defensive looks a lot.
She goes a lot from the straight man-to-man to a lot of that run and jump action there.
And there's a basket on the inside there by Jenna Walters. And Anna back on top 5-4 for the first time tonight.
It's a great backdoor cut by Walters there. She flashed low and they found her.
Maurer gives it back up over to Paul. Paul on the right side to Pitts. Pitts trying to drive on the inside. Botkins weaving in and out with that open post offense. Dietz gives a shot fake over to Camden Paul. Paul spinning on the inside and got it deflected away over there by Cobb. And it'll be a Botkins turnover. On the right side, it's Cobb, guarded by Paul. They're going to be going at it all here tonight. Nice look on the inside. They lost the ball. It hit off of Plattfoot's knee, and it's going to be Botkins basketball.
Trojans are running that 5 out. On the other end, the Lady Rockets are going to that high-low action there. Now they're going to pick them up in a 1-2-2. They're going to look to trap it right after half court. Trojans find the middle. Lady Dietz from the corner.
Dietz with a quick three, shot no good. Botkins going to provide a little pressure off the miss. Anna might have got away with a walk there. They kick it up in the corner, and it'll be kicked by Kennedy Dosak. And Botkins will set things back up as we have our first substitutions. Number 3, Liz Stauder, a sophomore coming in. And coming in for Botkins is number 32, Jana Metz, who we saw in that JV contest. Again, it's only about a 6-deep, or it was about a 6-deep roster when you had Janelle Plattfoot, and now, they've had to go away from that now with unfortunately losing Plattfoot for the season. It's the ball off the left wing. Shot is good there from the left wing by Brenna Cobb. And Anna now on an 8-0 run, doubling up Botkins.
Trojans need a good look here. A good quality look, and that's not going to help them right there.
They're going to turn it over there, and it was a red-hot Botkins start. It's now turned into an 8-0 Anna run with 3:32 to go here in the first quarter.
It's 3 turnovers so far.
Cobb will walk it up as they're try to run a set play here.
They're going to try to run her off this double screen coming back the other way, I would imagine. Up in the corner.
And just lost her on the communication, did Botkins. Fortunately for them, she misses the 3 from the corner. Pitts up ahead quickly. It's going to try to go to the basket. And she has that roll around the rim and fall in. Zelena Pitts makes it a 6-8 ball game. And she's been a delight to watch this year.
Leads the team, 5'7", leads the team in rebounding at a little over 7.5 a game.
And they get a turnover nearly right back, and there's going to be a foul from behind. That foul going to go on number 35, Jenna Walters. That'll be the first foul of the ball game, actually.
Trojans came out after that made basket, and then that 2-2-1 again. They did that on their last made basket also.
When you mix up those looks, you never know when you're going to see that pressure. That's hard to plan for as a coach. And both teams mixing up their defensive looks here early.
Neither team has a ton of experience, especially at that. They both have some young players that are coming in. Anna has a lot of juniors that are playing, So when you get into that, and you're doing these things on the fly, sometimes, like you said, Brandon, that you get some bad decisions that are being made.
Yep, in 3 seconds, and Paul in the lane. I was waiting for it, and the Anna crowd was yelling it, and they get that call at 3 seconds. Dietz going to come in now. And now I kind of see this rotation for Botkins and kind of how they might rotate players in. It's similar to if you've watched New Bremen this year, how Coach Andy Timmerman does it there with about 6 players he plays. So I think that's how you're going to see Coach Carson kind of carry the subs for the rest of the year as Maurer gets a hand on the ball, falls in the hands of Camden Paul. She throws up a shot, tried to get a foul, but Maurer cleans it up, and we're tied at 8-all on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Mulaney Maurer with her first basket of the game. Quickly up ahead, Cobb, shot no good. Metz pulls down the rebound. Maurer yelling out instructions. Carson yelling out instructions to Mulaney Maurer. Goes over to Dosek, left side to Camden Paul. Paul going to fire a 3, and it's too much. Rebound falls down here to Jaden Huber. And again, Coach Huber.
A lot of freedom on offense for these Trojans here. And, I think Coach Carson might have liked to seen a little bit better look than right there that Camden got right there.
3 no good, but a rebound by Abby McEldowney who's in the lineup, and there's the 3 seconds in the lane, and Botkins gets that call right back. Coach Randy Huber wants a timeout. We'll take it with him. 1:14 to go here in the first quarter. Botkins 8, Anna 8. We'll be back here next on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County has a job for you. Grand Lake Health System has over 800 employees. Included is Joint Township District Memorial Hospital and multiple physician practices. And we're now hiring a variety of positions that fit all education and skill levels. Plus, you'll get a great benefit package offered to both full and part-time workers. Join this rewarding career and help your community in the process. Contact Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County for all your employment needs.
Back here on NKTelco Sports, we'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. You can catch the replays of this game Sunday, January 8th at 7 p.m. or Monday, January 9th at 5 p.m. You can also catch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports out of the Precision Strip timeout. 1:14 to go here in the first quarter as Camden Paul looking to break the stalemate, and she does. In transition, Camden Paul with 4 points now, and it's been a fun first quarter.
Trojans run that deep play out of bounds there. They come off that wheel, and a lot of times, especially in a set like that, the guard you feel is going to go get the ball. They ran her deep, and Kennedy Dosek found her for a nice outlet pass.
Huber wide open, takes a shot from the short corner, doesn't fall. Delana Pitts gets the basketball. Again, thrust into action due to the injury to Plattfoot. And he goes to that right side or left side and gets a blocking foul there. And quickly, Reagan McPheron's going to come in the lineup. That's going to second team foul. That's Walter's second, as she'll be subbed out, and coming in is Sandria Plattfoot.
And number 5, Mulaney Maurer.
Mulaney Maurer back into Botkins again, going to go to about that 7 deep. Again, this Anna team has not played in a week. It's been a week since they played Covington over that holiday break, and you had that crappy couple days with snow. So you wonder, too, for Anna. I'm sure that's a concern for Coach Huber.
A little rusty.
Pitts in the lane, shot wide off the margin. Rebound coming down to Stodder.
Imagine they're going to try to get the last shot. Now we have Dee Pitts out here guarding Brianna Cobb, and they're going to call that over and back.
Yep. Try to get it through the legs and off the leg, and that'll be Botkins basketball. So now Botkins, you've got the arrow favoring you right now. You have a 2-point lead. And maybe you can get something going here if you're Botkins. Maurer driving, gives it up over to Dietz. Dietz with 7 seconds drives, gives it up over to Metz. Metz trying to drive that baseline but double dribbled. And it'll be Anna basketball with 4.4 seconds left.
Both teams a little bit sloppy here. Like you said, they've both had a little bit of a break, especially Anna. They got 6 turnovers in the quarter.
And shot, Prayer at the horn, no good. We're through 8 minutes of play. It's a 10-8 Botkins advantage over Anna. Let's step aside, come back with second quarter of varsity basketball action. Botkins 10, Anna 8 here on NKTelco Sports.
We are here and here and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Back here on NKTelco Sports, this Motley Crew kicks us off this second quarter, and it's a 10-8 Botkins advantage over Anna, and really kind of a good fast-paced first quarter, so to speak, Jeremy.
Yeah, real fast-paced, like you said there, Brendan. And to look at it here, looking at the stats, the Lady Rockets, 2 for 6 from 3. They've taken 3 3-pointers, where the Trojans have only taken 3. They're 0 for 3 here in the half. Rockets are shooting 30% from the field at 3 for 10, and the Trojans are 5 for 10 at 50%.
Ball straddles the baseline. Ball goes back up over to Delana Pitts. She goes on the inside. Back over to Dosek to McPherson. Back over to Mulaney Maurer. Maurer. Shot fake back over to Camden Paul. Paul looking to weave around. And Paul trying to look for a teammate. Back over to Dosek. Dosek back over to Paul. Yep. She wanted to pull the trigger on that 3. And she hits a shot on the inside. Camden Paul now with 6 points. It's a 12-8 Botkins advantage over Anna.
Paul's been able to get in the lane now twice and cause issues.
And Anna going to turn it over again. The Botkins pressure in the half court. And Coach Huber trying to get on his girls here. So let's get going here a bit. Maurer inbounds the basketball.
So far, kind of what we expected. We talked about it a little bit pregame. How rusty will the Rockets be, being off for 7 days? And then you see the Trojans still trying to figure their way out just a little bit without Janelle Plattfoot, one of their junior leaders.
And it's been a pretty good defensive effort here by the Trojans these last few possessions. It's given them that 4-point advantage as Paul on the left side trying to work it on the inside. Gives it back over to Dosek, try to fire it to Maurer, and it's going to be a turnover. Made a late decision there to try to pass it off or not. As Lydia Dietz going to come in and Reagan McPherson onto the bench. Taylor Puppelman back in as well for Anna. Anna getting some pressure in the backcourt. Cobb with the basketball. And tries to throw it over to Huber. Huber loses it. And Botkins just going to walk it up here.
Trojans want to get a real good look here. They've got Anna a little bit on the ropes here.
Dosek drives on the inside, kicks out Dietz. Dietz is going to pull the trigger here. That shot's off the margin. Maurer keeps it alive for a moment. And Anna pulls down the rebound quickly up ahead. It's Huber. Huber on the right side. Kicks out. Shot fake there by Puppelman.
Cobb left open in the wing.
And there you go. And there's a splash from the right wing by Brenna Cobb. And Cobb with 6 points now.
Camden got caught on a screen down on the baseline down there. Wasn't able to get around it.
Now it's a 1-point lead now for Botkins on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Camden Paul in the corner. 5:13 to go to the halftime break. Brandon Coverman and Jeremy Plyman along on NKTelco Sports. And that's a splash from the left corner by Mulaney Maurer, who responds to the three from Anna. And then an almost steal there, but a huge three by Mulaney Maurer.
Came into the game averaging 10 and a quarter a game the last 5 games.
15-11 now as we're under 5 minutes to go. On the right side, Cobb to the basket. That was a beautiful move by Brenna Cobb, and you can tell why she leads this team at 12.3 points a contest. And she's
now
already
up to
at 8. Yeah. Right side, Dietz holding on this 2-point Trojan lead. Right side, Delana Pitts. Back up over to Dosek. Dosek trying to get through the double team of Anna. Paul wide open, pulls the trigger on the three. No good. Offensive rebound, Lydia Dietz. She couldn't put it in. Gets the steal nearly right back. Cobb walked before a foul. And there's a travel before a foul there. A couple Anna fans mad behind there, but travel happened before the foul, so good call there by the official as it'll be Botkins basketball.
Lydia Dietz got in there and got a rare offensive rebound from a 5-footer and said, I better get this out of my hands pretty quickly.
And again, just got around the defense, or the defense there and got the offensive rebound. Maurer on the inside, back up over to Dietz. Dietz driving over to a wide open Kennedy Dosek, who takes the shot and drills it. Kennedy Dosek hits the jump shot, and the Botkins lead stretches back out to 4.
Kennedy Dosek only averaging about 4.5 points a game, but does so many little things that you want out of a senior leader. They were struggling the other game the other week against Houston, and she knocked down in a close game 8 for 8 from the free throw line in the last 4.5 minutes. You know, just those are the little things, the intangibles. You know, she got the open 15-footer right there, knocked it down. Doesn't try to do anything too far out of her realm. Very controlled. Love the young lady. Good person. Great player.
Reagan McPherson travels, and she just entered the ball game along with Jana Metz, the two JV players that have kind of split that time that we were talking about in the JV contest earlier. That JV contest was won by Anna, 32-23. The freshman contest won by Anna as well, 22-20.
You know, Coach Tyler Carson has had them in there now for 2 stints, both Jana and Reagan now, you know, getting them minutes. They got to play. You got to go to a bench here sometime a little bit. And they've done a nice job working them in.
And in for Anna.
We'll see if Anna goes back to this. Jana ended up on Cobb, Jana Metz. They were able to switch back out of that.
Anna working it around. And a shot on the inside. It's no good. Blocked, but Anna corrals the rebound. Shot from Cobb is no good. She's really been that main source of offense. She's had 8 of the 13 points. As we're under 3 minutes to go, Botkins cleaned that 4-point lead. As both these teams meeting for the first time, closing out their double round robin play. Dietz gonna fire a 3. Shot's no good. Maurer tracks it down. Falls in the hands of Brenna Cobb, and she's got a 2-on-1 break against Dietz. Unselfish play from Brenna Cobb to find in transition there Taylor Puppelman, who's got 5 points. And
Rockets got it back within 2, and Coach Carson wants a timeout. He wants a good look here. And he wants to get Dee Pitts and Camden Paul back in the ball game.
And while we have this precision strip timeout, we'd like to thank our sponsors. Our sponsors are Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Winners Meats, and NKTelco. Our keys to the game are brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank. Starting lineup, Emerson Climate Technologies. This timeout is brought to you by Precision Strip. The player of the game, which Jeremy now selected at the end of this game, is brought to you by NKTelco. Our additional sponsors are Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Cy Streeterman, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, SecureCom, the St. Henry Bank, and Wilson Health. Again, thank you to all those sponsors here on NKTelco Sports here tonight. a 17-15 Botkins edge on that First National Bank Think First scoreboard as we have 2:23 left here to go in the first half, and it's been controlled by Botkins and has been within striking distance most of this game, but it's been a real good one so far.
Real good one. This is kind of what we expected. Two teams that are, vying for that number 3 spot probably in the league. Then in the middle of the pack here, trying to get going. Got some kids that they're trying to get some more experiences with, and it's been a real good one. Maurer in the corner again.
And she bangs it home. Mulaney Maurer up to 8 points now with a game high, tied to the game high with Brenna Cobb, and it's a 20-15 Botkins advantage. Ball gets to the middle. Anna trying to break down the defense here of Botkins. Cobb goes right side. Goes over to Stoddard. And there's a jump shot is good there by Zandria Plattfoot.
Zandria Plattfoot came down and set that screen and then stayed in the mid-post area, and Dee Pitts lost her on the defensively.
Lydia Dietz on the left side. Back over to Pitts. Pitts looking to drive to the basket. Will kick it out Camden Paul. Paul looking, gives it over to Dietz. Dietz drives, got a wide open shot. No good. And Cobb will wisely pull it out and move the offense here as Stoddard has the basketball. And he can tie it up with a 3-ball here. Plattfoot looking to get a ball screen. Dietz hedges it really well to the corner. Stoddard with the basketball.
Right now, the Trojans do not have Camden Paul and Brianna Cobb. You would think that's a matchup they're going to try to get to. And from deep, McCain Finkenbein style.
As that's a weak side rebound and a foul. This Stoddard will go to the line and shoot 2. And again, she's feeling it. 8 points.
And we say that's deep. It used to be,
yeah.
But that's common now for days with these kids. They're shooting 2 and 3 foot behind the line, and statistically, it's probably the right. All the analysis say it's not a bad shot anymore.
Shot no good there by Stoddard. As guy announced that many fans of NKTelco Sports know, a guy by the name of Dave Homesteader says some kids need a license to shoot a 3-ball. As there's a jump ball, it's going to stay with Anna. He says some kids need a license to shoot 3. McCain Finkenbein definitely had a license to shoot a 3-ball.
Yeah.
Anytime he wanted to.
In the last year or so, we watched him and Jamison Meyer go at it around here, and they redefined what the 3-point line actually is. It's actually that white line that's out there between midcourt and the 3-point line.
And there's an Anna turnover. 35 seconds to go to halftime. Let's see the patience here for if Tyler Carson wants to go with one shot or not. Looks like he is calling for that one shot.
Oh, nice roll by Jana Metz.
Oh, beautifully done by the inserted JV player, Jana Metz. She gets in the box score. It's a 5-point advantage. Paul with the steal. Paul going on the inside, draws contact with a foul. And Camden Paul, just one thing you have to say about her, she has a nose for the ball and just is around it and does a real nice job. And she's, with Carmen Huker graduating last year, she's kind of taken that role of controlling the offense and dictating where players are going to go. And she misses the first free throw, but made just a really nice steal there. An all Shelby County League honoree for sure, probably at the end of the year here in a little over a month.
You look at Camden Paul, and I said it numerous times, and I would argue with anybody. Her and Carmen Euchre, possibly the best backcourt duo defensively in not just Shelby County last year, but in the area, with the way they would play physically and quickness and hands on the ball. And like you said, some of that comes from both of them are big in soccer, and their footwork is just so quick with it.
Try to get a matchup there on the inside. Maurer tips it away, and Dosek going to let the time drain out. It's a 23-17 Botkins advantage on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. It's halftime here at the Coliseum. We'll step aside and come back to first half stats and recap here next on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the Internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an Internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back here to NKTelco Sports. Coming out of the halftime break, the Botkins Trojans lead the Anna Rockets by a score of 23-17. And let's take a look at our first half numbers brought to you by Wagner's IGA. And here with the first half stats, Mr. Jeremy Kleiman.
For the Anna Rockets, who have 17 points on the night, they were 7 for 16 from the field, 44%, 3 of 8 from the three-point line at 38%, shot 2 free throws, missed both of those. They had 11 turnovers, and that's part of the issue for the Lady Rockets there tonight. And they had 9 rebounds, 6 of them defensive, 3 offense. They're led by Brianna Cobb, who has 8 points on the half, 5 points for Taylor Puppelman. For the Lady Trojans, they are 10 for 20 from the field at 50%, 2 of 8 from the three-point line at 25%, and 1 of 2 from the line at 50%. They're led in the half by Camden Paul with 7, and Mulaney Maurer, she's their leading scorer at 8 points, and Joe Dosek has 4 on the night. They have 7 turnovers in the half and 6 rebounds in the half for the Trojans.
And again, a 23-17 advantage. It's been this kind of game controlled by Botkins, but they haven't really got out to a big lead. It's been about this 4-point game most of the time. So really it's setting up to be a very good second half. I mean, when you take a look at how it's going on, and they're trying to figure out, this team's trying to figure out what to do without Janelle Plattfoot, and they're playing very well against a good Anna team. You know, Anna also without McKenna Pettis as well. That's something we failed to mention. Again, missing that from the Anna lineup, who averaged 5.8 points a game. So, you know, it's been a good game. It should be a good second half.
And you talk about it, like you said there, Brendan, the Lady Rockets have been off for a week. 11 turnovers in the game so far. You know, some of that, a little bit of rust coming out of them. And the Lady Trojans out there with their 2-2-1 press has been real effective for them.
It has been. As we start the second half, Delana Pitts goes the right side, kicks it over to Dietz. Dietz over to Paul. Paul takes a shot. It's no good. Wide off the mark and commits a frustration foul there on Brenna Cobb, and that'll be the first foul of the half against either team. And that's her second, too, so it's something to monitor, as she does have 7 points right now, just a shade below her season average of 8.6, as Botkins does come out in that 2-2-1 press. You know, a little more patient with it. Buffman back over to Cobb. Cobb going to attempt to skip pass. It's broken up and turned over to Kennedy Dosek. Quickly up ahead to Camden Paul. Up over to Dietz in the corner to Pitts. Pitts trying to drive. She's got a quick first step, and she walked. She's trying to go to the basket. And both these coaches, too, in their first years, Coach Randy Huber, taken over and Coach Tyler Carson, both in their first years. So in this rivalry between Anna and Botkins.
The biggest reason to watch that 2 fouls on Camden Paul, she's the one that's locking down right now Brianna Cobb. And when Camden was out earlier in the game, that's when Cobb was able to get loose there once or twice for a three-pointer, and probably not exactly the route they want to go with on this deal.
Ball inbounded, Huber. Huber on the right wing. They try to get Cobb loose on that double screen right there that they ran earlier. Cobb going to pull it back out and be a little patient here and still afford to, only being down 6. It goes on the right side over to Puppelman.
Trojans were in a 2-3 zone out of bounds, but when they pulled it out top, then they matched up. They're now man-to-man.
Ball going on the right side.
Camden guarding Cobb way outside.
And face guarding her.
Almost face guarding her.
Pretty much just about was. And Cobb goes on the left side, goes back over to Walters.
Now they're going to run her off those baseline screens.
They're trying to post her up with Paul, again with a little bit of the size advantage. They're trying to run something through. They get a nice screen, and the patience works out as Brenna Cobb in double figures.
They ran that down screen, and then they switched, and there's a miscommunication there a little bit, and Cobb got it right at the top of the elbow, right at the free throw line, and knocked it down.
Dietz wide open, pulls the trigger on the three. It dances out. Pitts gets the offensive rebound and sticks it back in. Elena Pitts up to 4 points now. And again, it was a good box out by Anna, but they just forgot to box out Pitts.
She's averaging right at 7 rebounds a game at 5'7", so it's not really anything that uncommon for her to be in there. She's a young lady's quite an athlete.
Jen Metz comes back in the lineup for Coach Carson's squad. Get it in over to Huber. Again, trying to curl it open for Brianna Cobb. It's really just been the source of offense for Anna. You just got to find someone else. Taylor Puppelman's had a couple baskets, but pretty much otherwise it's been the Brianna Cobb show on Anna's side of things. Cross-court pass over to Huber. Huber facing up with Metz. Huber trying to drive baseline. Rolls back out.
Trojans doing a nice job with that high-low action when they get screened. There are a lot of switching right there. When they've communicated well, they've done a real nice job. Every once in a while they have a communication breakdown, and that's when the Lady Rockets have taken advantage of it.
Rockets, again, have been really patient this half.
In the second half here, that Coach Randy Huber's put Brianna Cobb down in that little triangle of that, and now he's got running Camden Paul off some screens, which can be a little tough for Camden because it's awfully physical down in there.
Cobb goes back up over top. Three-pointer, no good there by Plattfoot. Can go out of bounds, and it'll be Botkins basketball. So with 4:26 to go, 6-point Trojan lead. There's Stoddard in the lineup.
5'8" sophomore.
And again, this is a junior-senior heavy team. The two seniors, Taylor Puppelman and Abby McEldowney.
Nice job breaking the press there. Jana Metz open underneath.
Metz couldn't quite finish. Maurer back out top, back up over to Dosek, back over to Maurer. Corner to Paul. Pitts back to Maurer on the left side. Maurer looking to drive. Maurer on the exchange to Dosek. Dosek cuts to the basket, drew some contact, and will shoot two.
That foul's called on Anna's number 11, Taylor.
Kennedy did a nice job there coming off that weave action when she was in that 5 out, and they set her a little screen, and she just put the ball on the floor and kind of put her head down and headed to the hole down the left-hand side.
Dosek cannot connect on the first one. Dosek with 4 points on the night. And you might see some of her season averages rise up here again with Janelle Plattfoot out for the season. And can't connect on either or to an empty trip there for Botkins. So they're going to apply some pressure in the backcourt and Pitts might have got away with some body contact. It'll still be Anna basketball.
That's one of the things Coach Carson likes to do. Even on a missed free throw, Camden Paul and Dee Dee Pitts will pick them up full court. They'll just kind of match up with whoever's out there. Often kind of catches the team off guard a little bit.
Ava Reed in the lineup for the first time tonight. Played really well in that JV contest. Had 9 points to lead the Anna JV Lady Rockets. Wolters with the basketball. Goes over to Stodder. Stodder back over to Cobb. Double screen. Yep. They try to get something loose for her, but Botkins had it covered up. And now you see Paul face guarding Cobb. Again, just saying, I'm not going to let you touch the ball no matter what's going to happen. Cobb, nice job to get open. Gets the ball on the left side, back up over to Walters.
The question is right here, now they're going to try to post Camden. Camden's really, her base is really low, so she's really strong. Like I said, we talked about that soccer background a little bit. Helps her out tremendously.
Left side, Huber up over to Walters. Walters to the basket, cut off. Jump shot is in and out. And Cobb tried to sky in for the rebound, just a little late. Again, Botkins holding on to this 6-point lead. It's been a low-scoring third quarter, only 2 points for each team.
The action's been just a little bit slower. Both teams kind of being okay with just kind of walking it down the floor.
Mulaney Mauer's shot in the lane, no good. Pitch trying to keep at it, and Anna gets a timeout. It's Coach Randy Huber that gets the timeout. It's a full timeout. All timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. 2:15 to go here in the third quarter. Botkins 25, Anna 19. Let's step aside. We'll be back here on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Back here on NKTelco Sports, out the timeout, brought to you by Precision Strip. We'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors pleased to bring you replays of girls high school basketball on NKTelco Channel 3 and HD on Channel 503. Catch the replays of this game Sunday, January 8th at 7 p.m. or Monday, January 9th at 5 p.m. You can also catch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. As you can check out our YouTube archive with each of our schools archived underneath, both of these being NKTelco schools. As Brenna Cobb with the basketball. Cobb on top, gets it up over to Huber. Huber fakes the exchange, going on the inside. McPheron gets a block on the inside. And Ava Reed tried to track down that basketball, and it'll be off on her.
Both teams struggling just a bit offensively here in this third quarter. Lady Trojans only have 2 points in the half, and so do the Lady Rockets. So I'm sure both coaches would like to get a bucket here to try to get themselves feeling a little bit better at the end of the quarter.
And Camden Paul is going out, assuming to get rest before the beginning of that fourth quarter. Again, looked up at Anna, get the ball to Brenna Cobb here with Paul out. You mentioned that earlier. Pitts on the inside. Nice athletic move to the basket by Delana Pitts. And it's a 27-19 Trojan advantage.
In that 2-2-1 press now.
Botkins gets another steal out that press. Side Dosek. Dietz all alone in the corner. Hits it off the side of the backboard, and it goes off Cobb. And we got the clock running here. They forgot to stop the clock. About extra 4 seconds ran off there.
Yeah, just a couple there. The young people running the clock.
Yeah.
Not quite a lot. They've had too much candy this Christmas, too. Going back to the corner, see if Dosek flip. No.
Pitts in the corner to Dosek. It's a nice shot fake. Trying to get through the Anna defense. Nice collapse. A nice defense by the Rockets. McPherson turns around. Shot's no good. She tries to follow her shot. Stodder with the rebound. Stodder getting fierce pressure by McPherson in the backcourt. Reed to the basket. Full head of steam. Kicks it out. It goes back on the inside. Through the contact. Scores Liz Stodder, who gets in the box score and leads down to 6. Both teams have canceled each other out with 4 points this quarter. Dosek with the basketball. 12 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Dosek back out to Pitts. Pitts rejects the screen. Goes on the inside against 3. Rockets scores with no dribble left. And a three-quarter court prayer will fall well short as Delana Pitts ties the game high 8 points. It's a 29-21 Botkins advantage over Anna as we head to the fourth quarter of action here next on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County has a job for you. Grand Lake Health System has over 800 employees. Included is Joint Township District Memorial Hospital and multiple physician practices. And we're now hiring a variety of positions that fit all education and skill levels. Plus, you'll get a great benefit package offered to both full and part-time workers. Join this rewarding career and help your community in the process. Contact Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County for all your employment needs.
Back here on NKTelco Sports, beginning of fourth quarter of action here between Anna and Botkins, and it's a 29-21 Botkins advantage. A low-scoring quarter, but a couple buckets from Delana Pitts really helped Botkins out there, Jeremy.
Yeah, Didi had 6 in the quarter right there and has 8 for the game. The Trojans were 3 for 9 in the third quarter and were 0 for 2 from 3. Probably the catching stat of the quarter, Anna only got 4 shots off, 2 for 4, had 4 turnovers in the quarter.
And Ava Reed will go to the line. Like I said, she played really well in that JV game, and she cans the first free throw. I seem to have a knack to get to the basketball. Reed trying to cut the lead to 6. She dips in these, fires, and cans it. Ava Reed.
Nice looking freshman.
Yeah.
She's played with some composure out there.
She looked very good in that JV contest. As Dietz pressured in the backcourt, goes over to Dosek. Dosek gives up to Metz. Back over to Dietz. It's Maurer, Metz, Dietz, Paul, and Dosek to start the fourth quarter. For Anna, it's Walters, Huber, Cobb, Reed, and Puppelman. As Paul loses the basketball in the lane. Dosek going to fire a 3. Outside Mulaney Maurer, I don't think anyone's hit a 3 tonight for Botkins as they struggle with that outside shot outside Maurer. I know she hit 2 of them in the first half.
Yeah, tonight Lydia Dietz has kind of struggled from behind the line. She's one of their top 3-point shooters. Right now she's 0 for 5 on the night.
Puppelman gets a screen. Over to Huber, left side. On the inside, Huber gets the basketball. Off balance shot by Huber. And Anna back within 4. Quickly up ahead. Dosek in the corner over to Camden Paul. Back over to Lydia Dietz. Gets it on the inside to Metz. Metz trying to go against Reed. It's a clean block, and Anna's got some momentum here. 29-25, and has a chance to cut this to a one-possession ball game. Pitts quickly back to the scorers table. Will come in next dead ball. Gonna fire a shot, and that's good from 3 for Taylor Puppelman. A quick 7-point swing as the Botkins Trojans lead trimmed down to 1. It's a 30-second timeout, and it's a 30-second timeout brought to you by Precision Strip. We'd again like to thank some of our sponsors here on NKTelco Sports. Some of our additional sponsors are Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hulsman Automotive, Park National Bank, SecureCom, the St. Henry Bank, and Wilson Health. Again, thank you to those fine sponsors for sponsoring high school basketball here all season long on NKTelco Sports. Again, you can catch the boys game tomorrow night here on NKTelco Sports. If you're watching the girls game live, that boys game will come on with the JV game at 6. Expect airtime maybe to be about around 7:30. Dave Helmstetter and I will be on the call for that game. Should be a good one, but a 7-0 run now, Jeremy, by Anna's kind of resurrected them back in this ball game.
Yeah, and kind of on both ends. A couple free throws from freshman Ava Reed, and then the senior comes up big right there and hits a 3 there. Taylor Puppelman runs her up to 8 on the night already.
Paul with the basketball. Hands off over to Mulaney Maurer. Again, too, what you've seen out of Anna to these past few possessions is girls hitting shots not named Brenna Cobb.
Yes.
Speaking of Cobb, it's going to be a foul against her. That'll be her first. And that's exactly what they needed.
saw Jaden Huber get the bucket down there. You know, Cobb was on her side, but Camden was not willing to come down and help down there, and she just was left on the post against Jana Metz by herself. Made a nice move and scored down there.
Paul driving baseline. Block's going to be called against Brenna Cobb. Cobb was wanting a push off. That's going to be her second.
She might have a case there. Camden threw that arm when she ran into her. She then threw that forearm out there and kind of chucked her off.
Get the ball in the corner. They're going to call an illegal screen there. And a turnover by the Trojans. It's Anna their first chance to take a lead this second half.
Those elevator screens can be a little bit of something there. You got to make sure your footwork has to be real good, and you have to be still when that player's coming through, and a lot of them just try to blow right through it now. No, I mean, if that defender tries to come right through there, a lot of times they're calling that an illegal screen.
Huber with the basketball on the right side, 1-point game. Anna being really patient here with 5:11 to go here in the contest. 29-28 Botkins on the First National Bank first scoreboard. Last game of the year for both teams as Huber dribbled it off her leg. And it'll be Botkins basketball. Botkins going to see a little pressure here now from Anna.
I think Coach Huber would like to try to find a way to get Brianna Cobb a little bit more involved offensively. Anna crowd wanted to travel right there.
Paul with the basketball. It's up over to Dosek. Dosek driving on the inside. Pitts shot fake on the inside to the basket. Shot wide off the mark. She gets her own rebound. Anna trying to keep it alive and fell down. Good effort there by Anna to corral it. And just kind of no leeway to pass it and to keep it in. Could have maybe got a timeout there.
Dee Pitts made a great move to get to the hole there. Just needed to collect herself a little bit better than that and not be so off balance when she took the shot.
Pitts rips through, gets over to Maurer. Maurer wanted to shoot the 3, gives it back up over to Dosek. Dosek guarded tightly by Ava Reed.
Dosek tried to go back door.
Yep. And timeout. Coach Tyler Carson gets the timeout. And Coach Huber saying that he didn't have possession of the ball, and now they're going to call it a jump. They're not going to give it to him. It'll still be Trojan basketball anyway. So, again, kind of maybe a meet in the middle type thing, you know?
Yeah, you get a lot of those. It seems to be if you're the loudest and the closest coach, whoever calls the timeout usually gets those now. But the referee down here had made the call already for a jump ball, evidently.
Metz on the inside. Metz backing to the basket. That's a huge basket for Jana Metz. And a nice post move. She's got 4 now. And there's an Anna turnover. Now things rolling Botkins' way.
Cobb trying to find Jaden Huber deep down here. Probably Cobb just forcing it a little bit, trying to make something happen offensively without her scoring.
Reed going to tip it out of bounds. I'm impressed with this freshman in limited varsity action. I was more impressed with her in the JV game. Looks like she's going to be a very nice player for a long time to come here for Coach Huber.
He's got her in there in the heat of the moment here a little bit. Now she's going to pick up Kennedy Dosek full court.
Reed providing some of that pressure. In the backcourt over to Maurer, in the forecourt, I should say. Maurer gets a ball screen from Metz. Maurer to that left side over to Dosek. Dosek gets a screen from Paul. And again, patience from Botkins as 3:36 shows on the scoreboard right now. Ready to cover Jeremy Plyman here to bring you the action. Paul from the corner fires a three, clanks off the iron. Pitts gets the rebound. Could have put it back up, but she takes it back out as she goes to the basket. Scores and one. Delana Pitts having a nice ball game here tonight. Thrusted into that starting lineup. Expands the Botkins lead to 5.
Dee Pitts had to look right after the original offensive rebound. Took it back out and then attacked the rim and then got the and one. Good effort.
Taylor Puppelman checks out. Walters back, or Stodder back in.
It's one thing Coach Carson never questions about her is her athleticism and her effort. Sometimes it's just her effort and athleticism get her a little bit out of control. That's what you're trying to corral out of her a little bit.
Walters cannot corral the rebound. It'll still be Trojan basketball. And rounding out the first half of play on NKTelco Sports, the first of the double round robin in the Shelby County Athletic League. Botkins with a win will be in third place behind Larmy and Rushi, and Anna will technically be in third or tied for third with Botkins with a win here tonight. And of course, it being a rivalry game as well adds a little bit to it.
Great crowd here tonight on both sides for Anna and Botkins. You can hear the student section down below.
Nice.
Liz Stotler going to the line now.
Yeah, Stotler going to go to the line. Did a nice job of drawing body contact on Metz. Metz was straight up with her arms, but her body wasn't very straight up. Good foul call by the baseline official. And Stouter will go to the line and shoot 2 as she cashes home the first one. And Kennedy Dosek now going to come in for Metz. And now you talk about the defensive and offensive exchanges in a tight game like this as teams kind of sub frequently. This is probably the 5 that Coach Carson's going to go down with this last 2:47 throughout this stretch.
Yeah, I would be surprised if we see any offense for defense here. This is probably, like you said, Brendan, I think with the injury to Janelle Plattfoot, this is what Tyler Carson wants to see.
Good move by Paul to the basket, but Pitts gets another rebound. Dietz for 3. She's due for one, and it didn't fall, but Pitts couldn't quite corral it. Back over to Ava Reed. She's navigating through the defense. Over to Brenna Cobb. Cobb had a wide open player in Stodder. Instead, she's going to take it to the basket herself, in and out. Camden Paul with the basketball.
Only Brianna Cobb's second shot of the half.
You just see frustration there by Cobb. She didn't get the basket. She kind of knew she was, a little frustrated. She fouled, and that's her third. There's no real foul trouble on either side, unless Cobb would quickly pick up her fourth. But Botkins, one thing too you have to enjoy is none of your players have more than 2 fouls that are on the floor right now, as Metz is back in the lineup. So we were wrong.
Some of this is Jenna Metz has played a heck of a nice game here. She's got 4 points on the night. She's rebounded well down there and set some real nice screens to get people open.
Paul has got the ball near the Trojan logo, goes on the right side on the exchange to Maurer. They're going to call Walters for a foul. That's the 6th foul on Anna. And again, with it being a 3-point game, that starts to become a bit of an issue here, as that's the 3rd on Walters.
The next one, the Trojans will go to the line. They'll be in the bonus after this.
The game is Izzy Jenkins. We saw a little bit in that first half. Played that JV contest as Huber goes out. Anna going to go with a little bit of a smaller lineup here. And we have a timeout by Coach Tyler Carson with 1:52. A 33-30 score here, as all timeouts are brought to you by Precision Strip. We'll step aside here on NKTelco Sports.
We are here. And here. And here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Back here on NKTelco Sports, it is 33-30. Botkins over Anna. And a tightly contested ball game. Brandon Cover and Jeremy Plyman here giving you the action, and it's been a good one here, Jeremy.
Yeah, it really has. We see Izzy Jenkins on the floor from the JV game. We wonder a little bit if that is an adjustment to McKenna Pettis being out and Anna having to make a little adjustment like the Trojans are making the adjustment with Janelle Plattfoot being out.
Foul off the missed shot on Delana Pitts. That's the 5th foul on Botkins, so they got another one to give before they're back in. They're in the bonus as Jaden Huber's going to come back in again. See a little bit of that offense and defensive change here now. Maybe
I wonder if that was the shot Coach Carson really wanted there.
Yeah.
I mean, Janice played a great game, but that 15-foot jumper is probably not exactly right in her wheelhouse.
Cobb's going to find someone to get the basketball to. Huber just corralled it. Ava Reed with the basketball, goes on the left side over to Walters. Walters tries, he's got a nice lane to the basket, lays it in. Jenna Walters cuts the Botkins lead to 1. And her first basket of the night, actually take that back, that's her second basket of the night. So
Jenna Walters, Mulaney Maurer let her get baseline there, gave her the open lane to go baseline, and Walters went right to the hole with it.
Under a minute to go, it's a 1-point ball game. Botkins hanging on by the skin of their teeth right now. It's pretty much been leading has led this whole second half. Trying to eke out a big Shelby County League victory. Paul with the basketball. Rejects the screen from Metz. He's got to get the count off her. Back over to Metz to Pitts. And there's a foul on Brenna Cobb. That's her 4th.
If you're Coach Huber, that's probably not the one you wanted to foul with 37 seconds to go. The problem is you probably wanted to put Dee Pitts as only shooting about 50% from the free throw line, so that's the one you want on the line. You just didn't want Brianna Cobb to have to foul her.
So a good give and take there as it's a 1-and-1 for Pitts. And she dips the knees, fires, and cans the first one. Yeah. It's a 2-point lead now.
Gives her 11 on the evening.
Pitts at the line, looking for a dozen points. Splits the pair from the line. And Anna grabbed the rebound, and it's going to be Botkins basketball as it went right off a rocket. Anna's struggled to really corral those rebounds, those long rebounds. We talked about it as a key to the game, and it's given Botkins extra possessions at times.
Yes, it has, and Dee Pitts has been in the middle of a majority of those, getting her hands on them a little bit.
Dietz with the basketball, nearly loses it. Ava Reed is going to look to foul here quickly, and she does out front, and Lydia Dietz will shoot the 1-and-1.
That foul is called on Anna's number 5, Ava Reed. That's her second, and she's 8. Checking back into the game for the Rockets in the 45.
And not too many free throws for the season for Dietz. 3 of 5 from the line. So a small sample size, to say the least, but the senior trying to get a big victory here for Anna. She misses it. Cobb gets the rebound, and Coach Huber wants a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll keep it here with 27.8 seconds left, and it's a 2-point Botkins lead, and they got the possession arrow. You get the timeout. If you're Coach Huber, what do you think the draw-up is here?
Well, you would like to say, hey, I want to get the ball to Brianna Cobb. The problem is Brianna's kind of, they're defending her with Camden Paul. So who's your option on the other end? We saw the last time down, Jenna Walters just went right to the hole on Mulaney Maurer. Is that going to be the matchup he goes to again? Liz Stotler has had a nice quarter here at times. Taylor Putman's 3 for 3. She's got the 3. But that was came out of Brianna Cobb creating something there. So I would imagine the ball's going to be in Brianna Cobb's hands, and you're going to let her, let the junior make some decisions, probably is what you're going to do here.
Again, a little over 27 seconds left here. The possession arrow and a tie-up favors Anna. Again, it's been a great game. Again, each team's last game of 2022, the last game of the first round of the Shelby County Athletic League here.
You'd like to finish 2022 off on a right note here. This is 3 great games we've had tonight.
Reed with the basketball. Goes back up over to Cobb. Cobb quickly guarded by Camden Paul. Gets a crossover. Goes to the left side and is fouled by Camden Paul. That was the foul that Botkins could give. So Botkins gives up that foul, and Anna will have it right under their own basket with 18.8 seconds left.
The next foul, Anna's in the 1-and-1 also.
They get it in. Nearly a tie-up. Walters backing down. Shots wide off the margin. And it goes down on the floor, and it's a jump ball. I think there's going to be a jump ball before Coach Carson got the timeout. So, again, like I said before, it's a tie-up, and the arrow favors the girls in green. So they still got another shot at it.
So they went to Huber there. They went to Walters on the back side of that. They did go to Huber on that one, didn't they?
11.5 seconds. Anna trails by 2. They get it into Cobb. Cobb. It's inbounded, but timeout by Coach Huber. Full timeout. Again, we'll keep it here. So here's the deal. 34-32 with 10.5 seconds left to go here, in Anna's basketball right under their own basket.
Well, now if they called that after they called the timeout, then they're going to go out to the sideline now.
Yeah,
so
which it might be a better look from there.
Might be a better look for him. The question is, does Coach Huber realize that they didn't give it to him when it was out of bounds and they called it there? Yeah. So you're hoping that one of your assistants has made the point, hey, we're on the sideline here, not on the baseline.
Yeah, and that referee is holding the basketball right in front of the scores table. So, yeah, and you're right. You did catch that ball outside the key.
So if you're Coach Carson, are you turning around and do you have 2 of them not letting Brianna Cobb get the ball in bounds?
Yeah.
Do you try to make sure it goes to somebody else? Or is Coach Huber going to set something up? The last time down, he went to Walters on the block there. Walters and Huber on the block the last couple times. Are you going to try to inbound that directly to her? It's a good question here.
So 10.5 seconds left. Botkins holding on to a 2-point lead on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard, 34-32. Again, thanks for joining us here on NKTelco Sports. It's been a real good ball game between these 2 NKTelco schools, and here we go. Inbound. Puppelman with the basketball. Puppelman drives on the inside through a couple Anna defenders. Pitts with the rebound, and Pitts is fouled in the backcourt with 1.4 seconds left. She just stayed in bounds, so Jelena Pitts will have a 1-in bonus opportunity.
Coach Huber's over there. He wanted a foul on Puppelman there as she attacked the basket. Probably has a complaint, but, you're under 4 or 5 seconds left to go in the ball game. Unwritten rule, it's probably they're going to swallow their whistles and strongest survive down there.
Pitts with the 1-in bonus. And Pitts nails the first one. What a game for Jelena Pitts tonight with 12 points, and she might be our NKTelco player of the game as she's played fantastic tonight. And this free throw, she can nail it. We'll ice it, and it should. And Botkins is going to get a victory here over Anna. shot by Cobb. Won't matter. It's a 36-32 Botkins victory over the Anna Rockets, and what a game it was here tonight here on NKTelco Sports. This quarter scores went like this. It was 10-8 Botkins after one quarter, 23-17 at halftime Botkins, 29-21 Botkins over Anna in the final score. Botkins wins by the final of 36-32 as the Trojans snap that 4-game losing skid and advance to 7-5 on the season as they get the big win here tonight. We'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of girls high school basketball here on NKTelco Sports and HD on Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. You can catch the replays of this game Sunday, January 8th at 7 p.m. and Monday, January 9th at 5 p.m. Monday, January 9th at 5 p.m. You also catch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. Our additional sponsors here are Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman, Beckman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Securcom, the St. Henry Bank, and Wilson Health. Again, the Botkins Trojans will be next in action on Monday against the MAC heavyweight, the Parkway Panthers. That's a game that Jeremy and I will be calling here on Monday as well. Again, you can catch the boys' version of this game here tomorrow night on NKTelco Sports. So again, we'll be glad to have you here on NKTelco Sports. Again, hoping that you're listening to tonight's game, and here with the final stats, Mr. Jeremy Plyman.
For the visiting Anna Rockets today, they were 12 for 25 from the field. They were 4 for 10 from the three-point line and perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line. They finished the game in probably what their issue was, and it showed a little bit of their rust, and we talked about that, but they got better as the game went on a little bit. They ended up the night with 18 turnovers. For the Lady Trojans, the victorious Lady Trojans, they were led by Dee Pitts with 13 points on the night. She had 11 of them in the second half. They were 15 for 39 from the field, 2 for 13 from 3, and 4 for 10 from the free throw line, but 2 big ones at the end, 3 out of 4 by Dee Pitts there late in the fourth quarter. They finished with Camden Paul had 7, Mulaney Maurer had 8, and Jana Metz came off the bench with a nice 4 points tonight, Brandon.
Yeah, no, this is just a great game overall here tonight, and just a back-and-forth battle. Botkins led that whole second half. That lead was cut down to 1 at one point, and it ends up being a pretty good game here tonight. And we're going to name our NKTelco player of the game before we leave. And
Dee Pitts, I mean, 13 points, 11 in the second half, and the havoc she was causing on the offensive end, getting rebounds. If she didn't get it, she was at least, Anna was not coming out of there with it cleanly. You know, they had 4 defensive rebounds in the fourth quarter, but the Botkins Trojans, on the other hand, had 3 offensive rebounds, and most of them were caused by Dee Pitts.
And again, she earned our NKTelco player of the game, and she's really been an emerging star, you know, as you watch, and she's thrusted in that starting role now with Janelle Plattfoot out for the rest of the season, and Botkins gets a big 36-32 victory. Botkins advances to 7-5 on the season, improves to 4-2, and is now in sole possession of third place in the Shelby County Athletic League. They play next again against Parkway on Monday. That's a game that Jeremy and I will be calling here on NKTelco, so you can buy the ticket, or if you have a season pass, you're already ready to watch the game here Monday with us. Again, the JV game starts at 6, so look for airtime around the varsity game, probably around 7:15, and again, subject to change depending on the JV game. And Anna on the season will fall to 6-5. They're 2-4 in the Shelby County Athletic League as they round out the first half of the double round robin. They're back in action January 5th against the Fort Laramie Redskins there against Coach Carlos Siegel's squad, who is in first place right now in the Shelby County Athletic League. So as both teams end 2022, again, Anna falls to 6-5. Botkins improves to 7-5. So that'll do it for us here tonight on NKTelco Sports. My partner Jeremy Plyman and I'm Brandon Coburn. For the last time, the Botkins Trojans defeat the Anna Rockets 36-32. We hope you join us here next time on NKTelco Sports.